tonight. Then heading into your Sunday morning, we wake up mild again in the mid and upper 60s. I'm ex-Offender 8 meteorologist Juliana Mejia.
Iran's president responds. I'm Deborah Valentine, Fox News. Israel and the U.S. continue to strike Iran's capital.
Explosions echoed across Tehran and in many other parts of Iran. The targets, again, political and military infrastructure and apparently police stations across the country, presumably an attempt to take out the forces who might be sent into the streets to put down any uprising by the Iranian people. Israel, meantime, released video of the destruction of the underground compound apparently used by Ayatollah Khamenei before he was killed, along with an animation that Israeli officials say shows the complexity of that compound.
Fox's Jonathan Hunt reporting. Iran's president, Masoud Pezeshkian, has issued a recorded statement saying the U.S. demand for unconditional surrender is a, quote, dream that they should take to their grave. A new U.S. aircraft carrier group set to deploy to the Middle East amid the war with Iran. Fox's Lucas Tomlinson.
A third U.S. aircraft carrier strike group is getting ready to deploy to join the war against Iran. The USS George H.W. Bush strike group is wrapping up her workups off the East Coast and should be deploying likely to the Eastern Mediterranean soon. The USS Gerald R. Ford strike group was seen transiting the Suez Canal. The Ford strike group now in the Red Sea. Point of the carrier going to the Red Sea, of course, would be to, just in case the Houthis were to get involved in any attacks on Israel or any attacks on international shipping. Now the USS Gerald R. Ford strike group in the Red Sea with her guided missile destroyers in addition to the dozens of strike aircraft.
Traffic through the Strait of Hormuz, a major oil shipping lane in the Persian Gulf, has fallen more than 90% since the start of the conflict, spiking the price of oil. America's listening to Fox News.
Hi, I'm Benny Jr. with Bartow Ford. Everyone has heard me speak about going the wrong way. But let me be clear. The wrong way means the wrong way of doing business. This includes gimmicks, games, and unfulfilled promises. Tactics you will never ever find at Bartow Ford. For over 73 years, we've been doing business the right way. So on your next purchase, don't go the wrong way. Come to Bartow Ford and see why we're different, and we prove it.
Listening to the free iHeart app. Thanks to Farrah and Farrah. It's never been easier to pin your opinions directly to your favorite show. With a red letter remote and instant. Farrah and Farrah. If you've been interested, pick it up Farrah by Tampa.
Hey, Tampa Bay, we have to let you know. Right now at Mazda of Clearwater, you can drive off in a new Mazda with 0 down and 0% APR up to 72 months on select models, making this the best time for you to get into a new Mazda from Mazda of Clearwater.
Nothing to it signing in 0% APR up to 72 months. Trust us, it's worth the time to make the drive over the bridge to Clearwater. Come see why we love Mazda of Clearwater so much, and you can get your own details at MazdaofClearwater.com.
The following is a commercial program paid for by Real Animals Fishing. The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those of WFLA AM, its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
Welcome to the Bartow Ford Real Animals Radio Show, your weekly voyage into Florida fishing. Presented by Hubbard's Marina, hosted by Captain Mike Anderson and Captain Dylan Hubbard.
Good morning, Tampa Bay, 970 WFLA. Talking fishing, going to be here until 8 o'clock.
Unfortunately, only till 8 o'clock.
That is a true statement, especially on a day like today. Got a great guest joining us in studio. Our good friend, Captain Greg Devault, Real Florida Outdoors, joining us. I was so excited when Greg texted me and said, hey, I got some time, man. I'd like to come down and get on the radio. And I'm like, it's always such a good show to have Greg in. Mm-hmm. And then as I was driving to the studio this morning, I'm thinking, you know what? The whole entire time that we're going to be on the air, I'm just going to be mad that he gets to fish up there and I have to fish here.
I get to leave and go home.
Right, exactly. How are you, my friend?
I'm good.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me in here. It's good to see you guys. I haven't seen you about a month ago, but I haven't seen Dylan in quite some time.
Yeah, I think it was iCast.
It probably was.
Yeah, probably.
And I just want to say it's not often that I feel like the smallest guy in the room, but
we do our best.
You've done well.
What's the weather look like, buddy?
It's looking really good. We have a beautiful weather forecast once again, pretty much as far as the eye can see. We potentially might have a little bit of a disturbance at the end of the work week. We were just talking previous to the show about how there's a potential for a little bit of a cold front at the end of this coming work week. And yesterday, and really, as far as I could tell, it wasn't going to extend down here. But now it seems it might potentially, but not really a strong or significant cold front, and pretty short-lived. So that might be Thursday afternoon into Friday. But leading up to it looks really good. We're on the backside of a full moon right now, so we should have some good moving water over the weekend. Coming into a quarter moon around Wednesday this week, so tides will slow down as you get into the work week. And things are warming up fast. Water is clearing up fast. It is spring is in the air.
Yeah, it really is.
Inshore, nearshore, offshore, everything's shifting.
A little too early. Too early, but if you're on the water now, it's pretty sexy already. I mean, it really is. I don't know. We were talking, I don't know what it means for June, but we'll worry about June when we get to June.
Who knows, man? Because you know Florida. I mean, so often we get excited, like, oh, spring's here, and everybody starts shifting, and bait starts moving, and all of a sudden, we get like 5 cold fronts in a row.
Yeah, and everything scatters.
And we're back to our jackets.
It could happen. Yeah, it could happen.
Who knows? I'm not losing faith completely yet. But it is exciting. I mean, we have mackerel on our doorstep. We have a lot of bait moving around. The clarity of the water is starting to get there. It's an exciting time.
Yeah, no doubt. Snook bite's good, which is a little crazy because, again, it's a little early. Big trout still on.
Wait, snook bite is good at Fort DeSoto already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
cool.
They're not. I kept thinking, okay, well, they're catching them in the back. They're catching them in the back. No. They're catching them in the front. Wow. They're already out front.
Yeah. So
on the beaches.
No, they're not all the way to the beach yet.
So what do you think?
They're coming out of the creeks. They're on the front. They're out in front of the creeks where normally
on the edges.
we'd still get a push where you'd had to fish up into the creeks. But they would, from the outside back would be good for a couple of weeks.
So you're not saying bunces. You're saying further back.
Yeah, a little further back still. Yeah. Not quite to the passes yet, but they're coming. They're coming.
You had me real excited.
Dude, it's going to be 90 degrees today.
I know.
I'm pumped. The lady on the news this morning on my way to the show said that it's the warmest day on record this early. Yeah, it's beach weather. I mean, that's a little crazy. And talking Josh Johnson, my good buddy Captain Josh, was just looking around yesterday, and all the snook he found were on the outside, not on the inside. I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah, and we're already getting afternoon thunderstorms.
I know, you're right.
Wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, what's that noise?
It sounds like thunder.
Right.
You look to the east, and there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to, back when I was in Newport Richey and Port Richey, I can always remember for about the last 6-7 years, always seemed like the beginning of February, especially if we had a moderate winter, as soon as you could find bait in the area, which there was always places to get it, you could get the snook to start eating and eating good.
Yeah.
That first, second week of February. And then it never, like I said, it never failed. You get that front through and it'd scatter everything. But it always, it seems like everything's just a little earlier.
It seems
it seems a little fast.
Mid. We're not even really to the middle of March yet.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago, the water temps up in the Big Bend were in the 50s. And now we're 70.
Yeah, it warmed up incredibly fast.
It did.
Incredibly fast.
What's the water deep? Are you boys giving you any numbers?
Last time I looked, it was 72 at that offshore buoy, but I can pull it up here real quick and see what it's doing.
Captain Josh had some 78s up the bay.
Wow.
That's
78.
That's
warm. Really warm for this time of year. I mean,
buckle up.
Yeah. Are the mackerel even going to stop? Or are they just going to keep going?
The southwest buoy, which is pretty much on that 40-fathom break, almost up there by the peaks, is 75.9, so basically 76 degrees. The southwest buoy, 68 degrees, so it's still a little chilly there closer to shore, but let's see what the Egmont channel is, 68. So it's getting right. It's getting right for that mackerel to start showing up at least. 68 at Egmont. And one of our crew members, Taryn, he showed me a photo the other day, I think it was 2 days ago, of a 100-quart cooler stuffed with some pretty respectable sized mackerel that were apparently caught just south of the bay.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It won't take long. There's bait. There's going to be mackerel.
Yeah, for sure. And the bait's already at the Skyway from what I'm being told. So here we go.
Yeah.
Weather update brought to you by our good friends at Reese Windows and Doors, Florida's leading window and door company. As always, over 50 years in business, free installation, most windows and doors installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. They only use in-house installers, no freelance contractors. And the best part, double lifetime warranty, which means you never pay for warranty. When you sell your house, the warranty transfers to the new owners, which adds value to your home. Visit ReeseWindows.com for more information.
All three buoys in Tampa Bay are between 70 to 72.
Yeah.
That's pretty
that's
crazy.
the magical number, but it's
and you
normally
get
a March.
you get a week's worth of 90-degree weather like we're going to have. That number can
climb quick,
real quick.
Yeah.
Real
I mean, and the bad part is, things like your spring kingfish bite, those fish, they may just move right on through.
Rocket.
They might not stop at all.
Yeah, it affects that quick warm affects the migrating fish much more than the resident fish that are in the areas. They like we were talking about earlier, our snook will move out a little quicker, but they're not going to leave.
Right.
Or, the cobia, the mackerel, and all that kind of stuff. You're liable to get one week on them and then they're gone.
They're following that bait up the coast, right? I mean, that's what they do. So as that water temp comes up and that bait just does the same thing, it just spreads out all over. They just keep right on moving with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not good.
Yeah.
But,
Be interesting.
Mother Nature loves to give us stuff to complain about, doesn't she? She just can't just leave
I was
alone.
thinking earlier, I was
Leave
like,
well
I
enough
feel like every show, Mike is not happy with the weather.
It should never be easy.
It's very rare that we come on here and you're like, oh man, it's going to be real nice this week. I'm real happy. Fishing's great. Weather's great. What do you guys want to talk about?
Well, we just had abnormally, well, I say that. It's weird to say it because I'm sure Greg remembers. I'm sure you don't there, young pup. But, the winter we just had was what you and I had 15 years ago. That was a normal winter.
Nah, I beg to differ.
Well, you can beg all you want, Riches, but I'm telling you.
Let me elaborate there. I mean, winter was extremely late. I mean, we were all in December like, oh, this winter is super mild. It hasn't even gotten
cold.
cold.
At least we had one.
But
the
what
last
I'm
couple
saying,
of years, the whole winter had been mild.
But what I'm saying though is, at the end of December, we didn't have a winter yet.
I get it.
And then all of a sudden, we got hammered from the end of December all the way through early February, and now it's over.
Actually, that's not true either, because the fish had moved. We had enough cold early last fall that those fish actually moved. Had they not moved, the fish kill would have been through the roof. Would have been through the roof.
There was a little bit of cool weather, but I didn't bring out jackets.
Get cold.
Yeah,
but it cooled the water.
It was cold enough to move our fish.
Yeah. Now you guys up north, we actually caught a few more fronts than what you guys did. They just didn't get all the way down here. Not that we're that far apart, but it's far enough to make that difference.
Sure.
And our water got down into the 60s, probably. And I only know because of the airboat. Typically it has to get into the 60s before the creeks fill up. And by probably about the second week of December, we were there.
Wow.
So, we got there, but then we didn't have a real bad cold snap. We had a couple days here and there until this last one.
Yeah.
Just 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, whenever it was.
Really cold.
Yeah.
It snowed in the Everglades. I will never get over that statistic.
Right. Yeah, say that out loud 3 times.
Yeah.
Snowed in the Everglades.
Has a whole different meaning than 20 years ago.
Right.
So I back to my point, I still think this winter was a weird one because it was so late. And then it was so furious, so concentrated.
For sure.
It was weird.
Yeah, I can't argue that. It was definitely weird. There's no doubt.
And if this isn't fake spring, if this just continues, then it's an extremely weird winter.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah, but I always think the weather, any kind of weather change, I always like for fishing. Whether it's going from warm to cold, cold to warm, or whatever, just like a wind
barometer
shift.
moving.
Yeah, barometer's moving. I like, both of you know as well as I do, when you get, just in the spring, you get those east winds for a week, 2 weeks at a time. As soon as you get a southwest in the morning, I mean, you better be on the water.
Yeah, changes.
I mean, they're ready to go.
Yeah, changes things up.
Yeah.
Change is good.
Change can be no doubt. No doubt. Phone lines are open here, 1-800-969-9352. One of the best in the business joining us, Captain Greg Devault, Real Florida Outdoors. RealFloridaOutdoors.com is the website. We're talking fishing here on the west coast of Florida. Nobody does it better. The Bartow Ford Real Animals Radio Show. Again, 1-800-969-9352. Light them up. We'll be back.
Saturday Sports Radio, WFLA has moved to 95.7 FM. All the best Buccaneers.
What I'm finding is I'm having to call for a lot of them. Just call the clients and stuff like that. It's not, it hasn't, and I don't know if it's, I think it's partially the economy. I think people are still scared to spend money, but, because I did make such a big move, it's not, a lot of my clients in Central Florida, it was a day trip.
Right.
Now it's really not now.
Right.
So I'm having to call them, come on, let's go, it's good right now. And we're starting to get, organically, we're starting to get some of the stuff from the website and everything like that is starting. But it takes a little bit.
The media is certainly not helping us with the
economy at all. Yeah. And I don't want to fish 300 days anyway.
Can we talk about fuel prices for a freaking second? Diesel jumped 100, or what was it? $1.20 since last week Friday.
What is it here?
I know my wholesale cost on a gallon of diesel jumped. Like I said, 45% in 4 days.
Yeah, I know when I looked at
$4.30.
it was $4.89 when I looked this morning.
That might be that high.
I was like, holy shit. Yeah, it ain't gonna stay there long.
It should be cheaper than that already. It should have been cheaper than what it was.
The problem I have
Gas
with
didn't
it
jump
is
that much though. Diesel jumped $1.20. My wholesale cost on gas only jumped like maybe 30.
Which isn't it the stupidest thing, right? Because they do less to the diesel than they do to the
well,
gas.
they do, but my biggest problem is that gas has been in their tanks for 3 days that they paid, $1.50 for. Now the new stuff that's coming in, they're gonna have to pay $2.50 for. I get it, but why'd the price go up immediately?
Because you have to pay for it. I had that argument at the dock though. The guys were like, "Why are you changing the price?" I'm like, "I have to change the price because I have to pay for the next load."
Yeah. Okay. I get it.
You order it. They hit your bank account. You order $45,000 worth of fuel on a truck.
Can you buy futures? Will they sell you futures like
If
that?
you're doing volume.
Yeah,
but
have to be big
you
volume.
can't do
Gotcha.
volume
Okay.
with 2 gas stations.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, like big boys, they can do volume. But I was talking to my fuel supplier, who is a good buddy of mine, and my fuel supplier was saying, even at the highest level, they're playing the games. Because last week, everybody knew the fuel prices were going to skyrocket, so you couldn't get fuel last week. The ships were all offshore, anchored up, waiting. And when the fuel price jumped, all of a sudden there's a surplus of product. But last week, like Wednesday, Thursday, I ordered fuel and I couldn't get it. There's no fuel at the port. Tanks were empty. Yeah. So even at the highest level, they play the game.
That'd be a scary phone call in itself.
Yeah.
Hey, I need some fuel. Oh, we ain't got none.
Right.
Yeah. Excuse me?
Yeah.
Wow.
I tried to source fuel in Tampa, couldn't. I tried to source fuel in Port of Miami, couldn't. It was gone. Fuel was not in the state. Yeah. Wow. I was going to get a small truck and pay 30 cents more a gallon because I knew it would be cheaper that way than if I waited to get a big truck for 30 cents off the next week because I knew it was going to jump that much. But you couldn't even get a small truck.
Wow. Welcome back. 623 here in the iHeartMedia Empire. Our good friend Captain Greg Devault joining us from Real Florida Outdoors. He fishes up in the Panhandle, just outside of Perry. Up there, was just up there. As a matter of fact, one of the new episodes for season 20, which launches here the first week of April. Real Animals TV. We are with Greg up there doing some fishing. So I recommend you call and book your trip before you see it, because when you see it, a lot of people are going to call and book trips because it's beautiful and it's fishy.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, it's beautiful and it's a fishy place for sure. And Greg's one of the best. So Good stuff. Phone lines are open here, 1-800-969-9352. We are live on the Real Animals Facebook page, the Hubbard's Facebook page, and the Hubbard's YouTube channel as well. So you can always drop your questions and comments there, or, like I said, you can bring them here. Again, 1-800-969-9352.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Let me ask you, Greg. I mean,
were you unsure of the phone number? Is that why you just paused and looked at me like that?
I have two to remember. You only have one.
Okay.
And they just changed our one.
There's no reason to take it personally. It was just a question.
Listen.
Well, we are getting older.
Yeah. No, we are. He's not. He's still a baby.
Oh, he's getting there, though.
Oh, I feel it.
He's got a little gray going on over there.
Yeah.
Sugar bear. That's our sugar bear over there. He's got a tramp stamp and everything. He probably missed all that.
TMI.
Yeah. Just ignore it.
Yeah, I'm on the same side of the table. I don't want to see that.
It's got a cardboard cutout of it.
So the fishing.
Yeah, what was that question?
Yeah. It's interesting offshore. I mean, we're waiting for those pelagic species to take off, and it's any day now. You're going to start seeing the sailfish come in, the blackfin hopefully pop off, the big influx of kingfish. It's getting right. Temperatures are there, so it's exciting.
Are you
It's a
seeing
good
enough
time.
bait out there?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a good amount of bait showing up, and it should only get better and better. And
Those two things are key. That water temp's right and that bait shows up. It's going to happen.
It's kind of funny. We go all winter long, and then it's like, okay, it's close. And the anticipation of just what's going to happen is almost better than the actual, it's really not. But, I mean, it's just we know what's coming and the opportunities that are going to be there. And even inshore, you just know when that water gets right, those redfish are going to fire up, the snook are going to go nuts. And
I'll tell you this, that actually for here, the redfish bite's already been good.
Yeah.
Like the redfish bite's been good for a month. Like good fish too. Like we got some big fish running around again. I mean, it's
good to hear.
It's pretty sexy. Again, my only issue, and I'm just going to keep pounding that drum until somebody hopefully hears it, is the habitat.
Yeah.
Our habitat sucks, but I'll be damned if we don't have some pretty good fishing.
Well, redfish are tough. I mean, they can adapt. I think you'll see it. Habitat's going to affect snook and trout a lot more than the reds ever will, I think.
Makes sense.
I mean, even where I'm at, we went through, not where I'm at now, when I was in Newport Richey, watching the growth there, our redfish went through a big decline.
Right.
And now, all the guys I know that are still fishing, they're doing very well, catching a lot of redfish. I mean, more redfish than snook.
Again, I think the 6a-8a Duke Energy redfish restocking program has been absolutely ridiculous for the west coast of Florida.
Yep.
It's made such a huge change. We had that year and a half, almost 2 years of little fish everywhere. Like there was small redfish everywhere. And now that's all starting to pay off.
Yeah.
Just as I kind of hoped it would. Now we're starting to see, schools of 30-inch fish around, which is good. Schools of, upper slot fish around. So it's, and this time of year, a redfish is so much fun. When that water temp is 70 degrees.
They are frisky.
Dude, they got
everything.
They will fight.
They got a little extra go in them, man.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. I caught one. I filmed a show last Monday at Fort DeSoto. The trout bite was ridiculous. I was fishing with Sebastian Velez, and we first put the power poles down, 8 casts, 4 from me and 4 from him. We had a trout 17 to 22 inches on 8 casts in a row.
That's just
I'm like, really? The camera guys were looking at me like, bro, stop casting. Like, I was talking to Jared afterwards. He goes, dude, I almost couldn't hold the camera in one spot anymore. He said it was ridiculous. One of you's releasing a nice trout, and the other one's got one on. I couldn't put the camera down. I'm like, I didn't anticipate having to do this at 7:30 in the morning, And then the redfish we caught had so much energy and so much fight. I was just like, God, what just tremendous fishing.
Yeah.
Tremendous fishing. So shout out to Mirror too. I used a Little John, a Golden Bream Little John all day.
Wow.
One bait.
Yeah.
And I probably caught, 35 trout.
Yeah.
Sebastian had on a molting Little John. He used one bait all day. He probably caught another 35. is unbelievable. At the end of the day, I'm just looking at this bait going, that's unreal.
It should be tore up.
Yes, it should be destroyed.
Yeah,
and they
trout
were
got some
good,
fangs.
and they were good, healthy trout, so like big enough,
shaking hard,
and big enough where they get almost the whole bait is in their mouth, and them chompers on them. I'm like, how did that? That's amazing.
It's just good reaction time. You let them get it down their throat.
I guess. I just give a shout out to Mirror. What a great bait and super hardy. Yeah, super hardy.
There's a lot to be said about a bait that can stand up to fish after fish. And it's the same thing like offshore, those trolling plugs. You get some baits that'll troll nice and hold up, but you catch one fish on them, the second time you put it out, it doesn't track right.
Right.
And you got to throw it away.
Yeah.
And that's frustrating.
And that gets pricey.
Yeah.
That gets pricey.
Yeah. Those Nomad DTX minnows, man, they're expensive.
They are. Great bait, though.
But you can catch a 90-pound wahoo and set it back out, and it's going to troll right.
Right. For sure.
It's impressive.
Makes the difference. We're up against the clock here, but we do have our good friend, the legendary Captain Van Hubbard, on the line. So we're going to get your reports from Charlotte Harbor here on the other side. Again, phone lines are open, 1-800-969-9352. Our good friend, Captain Greg Devault. Greg Devault.
Professional.
RealFloridaOutdoors.com. We'll be back.
From the local Lexus dealers, WFLA News Desk.
Yeah, Van's been a regular here for a while. It's been nice. He's good calls from down there.
Yeah. So every time I listen, it seems like he's calling.
Yeah, it calls here a lot, which is great. Super knowledgeable.
Material inside the building that's been burning. No word yet on when the fire is expected to be completely extinguished.
I'm going back down for 2 weeks down.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm taking my shoal water, and we're gonna fish tarpon in the morning on the beaches, and then go catch bait and fish in the backcountry.
Really?
Snook fish. No doubles, none of that crap.
A 50-year-old man was shot and killed in Jacksonville's
we're renting a 4-bedroom house. I'm just having my clients stay right there with me.
Okay.
So I'm just making it easy.
Yeah.
Making it worthwhile.
Ronnie said, was that good fishing near East Beach?
It was, actually. It was.
That doesn't surprise me.
East Beach was good.
That's funny.
Yeah, I can remember those.
So Jack was saying, why aren't we using fuel from our country? Talking about the boats and the fuel. Most of the fuel, even if it comes from our country, still has to be shipped in here by boat because we don't have oil pipelines up and down the state of Florida. So oil, almost all our oil and gas comes in by boat.
By boat or truck.
From the O2.com traffic center.
Fit a whole hell of a lot more on a boat
Yeah.
than a truck. Too.
Much more cost
Right now,
effective.
no major issues reported on the highways and roads of Tampa Bay. This
All the
includes
fuel we
I-75
get gets
north and
trucked in
southbound,
from a
and
boat,
also east
from
and
a
west
port.
of I-4.
Yeah.
Right now, no issues on I-275 either.
So I'm
You get
assuming
most of it
Report is
from
sponsored
Tampa.
by Staples.
Most,
Staples
but
has
I
hundreds
work
of
with a
great
guy
ways
out of
to boost your
Miami.
brand. Like
So my fuel
spectacular
supplier
signs, brilliant
that I've been
brochures,
using lately
eye-popping posters,
will pull from wherever's
mouth-watering
cheapest.
menus,
Gotcha.
and
So we'll
more.
get trucks
Shop
in from
now through
Miami a
April
lot.
18th and save up to $125 on all your custom prints.
it's kind of amazing that
was
it
easy.
never,
I'm Brian Black News Radio, WFLA.
I would think
Happy Saturday,
if you
Tampa
live
Bay,
over
keeping
there,
things hot and a little
and every
stormy
couple of
today
years
with a
there's
30 to
bombs
50%
going off in
chance
your
of
ear hole,
afternoon and evening
that you would think,
scattered
leave.
showers and storms.
or either leave or like, are we, is everything we're hearing correct? Because like, how come they keep shoving bombs up our ass? Like whether it's,
I really like they installed a new leader in Iran and 7 hours later he got killed.
They popped him.
Yeah. They were interviewing Trump and he goes, I'm creating jobs in Iran. I was laughing so hard.
I think the best
Love him
one-
or hate him, that shit was funny.
One guy goes, if you're on Iran's High Council and you get a notification of a meeting, you might want to skip that one.
Yeah.
He's like, who wants to be third in line and earn the title of most likely to get a missile shoved up your ass on your first day of work?
Yeah, you might want to wear a hard hat going to work today. You know those boys over there having a blast playing with all them toys, though. Good
Yeah.
God.
Like that Pakistan, I think it was in Pakistan where a bunch of protesters breached the wall of the security embassy, and they breached the second inner security wall, and the Marines opened fire. Dude, the memes that came out of that, it's like these Marines have been sitting behind that gate praying that someone would jump that fence for months. They're all hopped up on white energy or white monsters.
No kidding. Don't threaten me with a good time.
They killed like 22 protesters in something like 10 minutes. Yeah.
Careful what you wish for.
I'm telling you.
Careful what you wish for.
Well, you don't shoot at them long enough, they start to wonder if those guns are real.
Right.
They know now.
Ta-da.
Guess what?
Ta-da.
This belt fed works really
They
well.
really, really work. Crazy shit.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. What a world we live in. I don't know.
What got me is I was watching last night. They said that we're sending a third aircraft carrier in there. I'm like,
It's a very small Gulf to fit 3 aircraft
yeah,
carriers.
plus the 40 other protection, you know, the other destroyers and missile boats and all that kind of stuff. It's like, good God.
Just trying to make sure in case somebody forgets.
Yeah.
Look at all the toys we have.
There's a reason we don't have free health care.
Yeah, good point.
Right.
I just think they're showing old Putin and
I think so too.
Yang what, saying you guys really want to run your mouth?
Don't poke the bear.
Yeah, because you ain't even seen what we got.
I want you to look at the picture of the Gulf with all our shit in it, and then I want you to look down at your nuts and see which one's bigger. I don't think you want this.
I saw the meme of Kim Jong-un calling President Trump. He's like, hey, we cool, right?
Oh, that's good.
3 dictators killed in 3 months. Killed or kidnapped.
And won't arrest him.
Yep. It's not going to end well.
Yeah, Red Bull Day in the Dirt is today. That looks cool.
Where's that at?
At Dade City. I took my son up there. Jack did my son Jack is 6, and he did a class on that course.
Is that crew?
And they, no,
It's right before Crim, right?
Yeah, it's literally a legit dirt field that they've groomed into this crazy dirt bike course. And Jack did a class there where like 2 hours they kind of rode in flatlands going around cones. They taught him different things, and then for 15 minutes they let him go around the track. It was crazy. And some of these ramps, dude, they're like size of a 3-story building. Yeah, and like the adults going around them, man, they were getting crazy air. It was cool. Jack went around and I was like, is he gonna go up that ramp? He did it. It's pretty crazy.
It's cool until it's not.
Yeah.
Until things start to snap.
There's no fear at that age.
No.
Welcome back. Putting a shout out to our good friends at Affordable Roofing Systems. You know, this weather, it's changing quick, bringing those afternoon thunderstorms faster and faster and faster more often. Heavy rains could be a problem if your roof is not up to par. Shingle, metal, tile, flat roofs, doesn't matter. Our friends at Affordable Roofing Systems, they do it best. Repairs, replacements, no need to call anybody else. Give them a call today at 1-888-397-ROOF. Get you a free estimate, or visit them online at affordableroofingflorida.com.
Got a question on the stream for you guys.
We'll make up an answer.
So, Northeast Florida, Jacksonville, how does the redfish and trout fishing in that area compared to Central West Florida?
Different.
I mean, I don't think there's any better way to explain it than different. I think the fishing is probably just as good. It's just different. Like, you can't go there. If you fished the west coast of Florida your whole entire life, and that's how you know to catch redfish, when you first get to Jacksonville, you're going to be a mess.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me when I first went there. I'm like,
100%.
Like we're in 3 foot of water and you can't see bottom. Like you can't see any bottom.
Well, that and what really messed me up over there was
tides.
Tides.
Yeah.
Tides.
Big
used,
tidal swings.
Yeah, we're used to 2 foot of water there, and 6-7 foot is not unusual over there.
I can't tell you how many times in the first probably 2 years, maybe 3 years that I fished there, that the pre-fishing day before the tournament, I'm like, man, we got 14 pounds. Like, we're good. But you don't realize that the creek that you're in overnight will be dry.
Yep.
Because it's a 6-7 foot tide swing. So you're in 3 foot of water in the creek, but all the fish have to dump back in the river. And there's 8 million creeks that all look alike. Yep. And there's bait everywhere. It's a very interesting fishery. When I took my first check out of there, I thought, I've accomplished something. I finally took a check in this miserable, I used to call them the Vills. Titusville, too. Titusville got me.
Yeah.
At least Titusville was clear, but there you had almost no tide, unless the wind blew. The water didn't move. And then Jacksonville was this crazy tide. Very interesting place.
Yeah, the one thing I loved about Jacksonville was on those big high tides.
Yeah, the flood tides.
On the flood tides. Those
fish go up in the reeds.
Yeah, and it was like fishing in Louisiana. You just got it near them, and they ate it.
Yeah.
I mean, they were there to eat. And you only had like 35, 45 minutes
small window
to do it. But, I mean, you could catch every fish you've seen. But
on a high, like almost
flood,
a high flood.
Almost a flood tide. They call it fishing a flood tide.
Yeah, they said, it's just like our negative tides here in reverse over there.
Yeah. Big flood tides that get up in the grass, push some fish up in there to feed on all the crustaceans. They eat good.
Yeah, they had those little snails, those little periwinkles, and you'd hear them, and they're crushing them. Pop, pop, pop. And you, like I said, you just take it. It didn't matter what you threw.
That's interesting.
Yeah, if you can make it move by them, they'd eat it.
Yeah, just had to have the right boat. I never seemed to be in the right boat when I was there for that. Couldn't get quite. I'm like, I can see them, but I can't get to them. It's always frustrating. Let's go to the phones here. Let's check in with Charlotte Haba. Check in with our good friend, Captain Van Hubbard. Van, how are you, buddy?
I'm just wonderful. Getting ready to go fishing here in a few minutes myself.
Nice.
Flip out, see if we can find a few mangoes or something here. Do a little something different today.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Bait fish are showing up everywhere, even a few Spanish sardines mixed in and all. Everything is just looking good. It's warming up fast. I noticed one interesting thing. With the Gulf still cool and such a bigger volume, it takes longer, of course, to warm up. So the south side of any inlet is 2 degrees warmer than the north side of the inlet, and all the bait fish are hanging on the south side of the inlets and passes instead of the north side. It's just never really noticed that before, but it was just very clear. Not seeing as many mackerel as I would expect to with all the bait that I'm seeing, and I really expect to see some kingfish, but haven't seen any yet, but might see some today. We'll see.
That's interesting he said that, because that is exactly what was true of Tampa Bay. The South Shore was 72, and both north buoys in Tampa Bay were 70.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Pay attention to those temperatures, right?
Yeah, for sure. Never a dull moment.
It's so great y'all got Greg there. He's one of the better fishermen I've ever run into.
100%.
Never got to spend much time with him, but it's hard to bring your business up there, Greg, but remember that every time you go out there and you can look around and everything you see was made by God instead of us crazy people, that's paradise. It's a little extra work, but it's worth every bit of the effort, and it's hard to bring people up there. I'm going to try to get up there with you sometime myself, but that country up there is just so special and so beautiful, and it's we have memories of those places down here, and that's it. It's still the way God made it up there.
Yeah, I feel blessed every time I go out there. I get exactly what you just explained is the exact reason I'm up there, and it's between what you see out there, the natural beauty, and just no development and not a lot of pressure makes a big difference.
I pulled into Greg's place.
Called a realtor.
Pulling my skiff, and my phone rang. I could see Greg coming towards me. The property is, of course, large, and Greg's coming towards me, and my phone rings, and it's my wife. And I didn't even say hello. I just went, "You're going to be really mad at Greg." Really mad at Greg. She's like, "Oh, God." I'm like,
It'd be better if your phone didn't ring.
All I did was drive on the property, and I'm ready to move already. I'm like, wow, what a beautiful place that is up there. Quiet, peaceful. It's just ridiculous. But good stuff, man. Hubbard, well, let us know tomorrow how you do, buddy. Give us a call, and
will do. And
interested to see how that bite is.
You just got to learn to do a lot of driving up there.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't have the traffic.
Yeah, that's right. There's no traffic. It ain't so bad. Right. No doubt. No doubt.
Have a great day, guys. Good to hear your voices, and catch them up.
Thanks, Van. Appreciate
care,
you, buddy.
man.
Good stuff right
Yeah,
there.
I'll never forget. One of my buddies came down from Panama City area. He didn't live in Panama City Beach, north of it, and he's a fish house guy, and he was visiting Central West Florida, talking to some of the commercial guys for a fisheries meeting. He was in like southeast Pinellas County. He was like, I'm about 8 miles away. I'll see you in about 15 minutes. I was like, that's cute.
Yeah.
I'll see you in 45.
If you're lucky. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah, the traffic is definitely.
You're not from around here.
A big noticeable difference for sure.
Oh, it's so painful, bro.
100%.
It's so painful. Let's go back to the phones here. Let's check in with Captain Gene Hammond, Lines of Liberty. Gino, how are you this morning?
I am not fishing this morning. Far more frustrating. I'm chasing a little white golf ball around.
Ooh, that sounds awful.
Terrible.
Oh, it is. It is. Mr. Greg Devault, how you doing, sir? It's been a while since I've seen you.
It is. Good to hear your voice.
Yeah, I used to see you in front of my house all the time out at Gulf Harbor, up there off the Marine Parkway. Hey, there's Greg.
It's been a while, that's for sure.
Yeah, I didn't know you moved, but we're sticking and moving at Lines of Liberty. We have 2 trips scheduled this week, Monday and Tuesday.
Nice.
We still have slots available there. Any veterans listening, first responders, healthcare workers that want to go fishing with some pretty awesome captains, Captain Jason Cochran and Capt Mike Dawson. They're just excellent, and if there's any overflow, we'll put the Lines of Liberty boat in the water and go fish. So we need the veterans to give us a call and put them on the boat.
How do they get a hold of you, Gino? How do they get a hold of you, buddy?
There you go. Just go to linesofliberty.org, and don't forget we have an event coming up March 28th with folks up at in Pasco County here. Rebuildthebrave.org. They're doing a car show, a poker run on motorcycles out of Post 335, the American Legion, on March 28th. And we have our big event with Pasco County Parks and Recreation, where we're going to put 80 to 100 veterans on the water the Friday before Memorial Day. So
nice.
Give us a call. Redfish Bite is on fire up here.
No doubt. No doubt. We love what you do, Gino. Keep up the good work, brother. We appreciate you.
Thanks, buddy.
Take it easy, Gene.
Have a good one.
Hey, you too, buddy. Chasing a little white ball around does not sound like fun. Does not. Does not. It's painful.
Yeah, I am not good at anything. Any ball smaller than like a football, I was never good at it. Baseball, not that coordinated enough for it.
I always
golf. It's terrible.
Says the guy that's 6'4" and what, 260?
Yeah, I'm 6'7",
6'7",
like 280.
Sorry. I was trying to make myself not feel so short.
Don't round down over here.
I used to get invited all the time for the scrambles.
Yeah,
and
then they stop.
Incredible distance. Well,
yeah,
I can hit a golf ball a long ways.
Oh, so
the problem
you were
is
the
we don't
drive guy.
We just don't know which
Where?
fairway it's going to end up in. And then I've always said, if I'm fortunate enough to get to heaven, I'm going to look up the guy who invented a par 3. We want you to just hit it soft. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. What would I want to do that for? So I'm going to look that guy up, and we're going to have some words because
I couldn't even tell you how long that is.
I just quit playing. Well, they're all different. It doesn't matter, but they're short. And it's just a stupid game, and I haven't played in years, and I don't own clubs for a reason.
Yeah.
Fishing
I have a lot of respect.
Fishing and golf rarely go together.
I just don't.
I have a lot of respect for people that are good at golf because that is a very technical. I mean,
it's hard
it takes
to do.
a lot of practice.
No doubt.
But it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's a humbling sport.
Very humbling.
You can be good at everything else that you do. Play golf, you're not going to be good.
And it's funny you say that fishing and golf don't go together because you sometimes see the crossover, but it's, in my opinion, I agree.
They take up the same time slot.
Exactly.
Right.
I don't see a lot of crossover.
Your disease now.
and I get calls all the time at Hubbard's. Oh, yeah, we're doing this golf magazine, and a lot of golfers fish, so why don't you want to advertise with us? I'm like, no. I don't see that. Yeah.
Well, I think there's a cross. I get a lot of people on the boat that do both. The guys that entertain me the most are the guys.
I think in your case, it's a little different. I think my clientele, there's not a crossover. I don't think your clientele, but your clientele that corporate guy. Yeah. He might go fishing. He might go golfing.
You know what the interesting part to me of the whole between the golf and the fishing thing is and I use this all the time because I do a lot of catch and release, but I still get that guy on the boat that's just literally pissed that we're not keeping every single fish.
He's not a golfer.
No, but I always ask him, I'm like, about an hour into his whining and complaining, I'm like, hey, let me ask you a question, bro. Do you play golf?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, well, at the end of 18, do you eat the frickin' ball? No, but you still had a good time, right? Well, yeah, then why do you have to eat every fish that comes overside the boat? Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? You can't just go fishing and have a good time.
I would think that guy's not a golfer.
You should live where I live right now. Oh my God, I'm working hard. Believe me. And you know, obviously, I keep fish to eat too. But
sure.
Well, I think for you being that far up north too, you get a lot of those folks heading south, right? Not
a lot. It's called the Georgia Navy.
Yeah, exactly. That Southwest Georgia, that Southeast Alabama crowd. Yeah. They want to kill some
fishing.
Shit.
Oh yeah. The only good thing with that though is they are after trout, which we have in droves. We got redfish in droves too, but we got a lot of trout. And that's what they want. And the good, they run out there and they get out there in their 3-4 foot of water. They catch the limited trout and they don't even come to the shore.
Right. Leave the redfish alone.
Yeah, they do. It's great.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I get it. Good stuff. Phone lines are open here, 1-800-969-9352. Again, we've got a great guest in studio, Captain Greg Devault, joining us, Real Florida Outdoors. The website, realfloridooutdoors.com. Phone number 833-733-5352. Good stuff. Questions, comments, fishing reports, bring them right here. We'll be back.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just search Reese.
Protect your home now with factory direct custom made impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors. For over 50 years, Reese has been one of the
I heard a 7. I was like, wait, what's happening?
Well, you're right about the casual golfer and fishing. They can't coexist. Because I used to play in high school and coming out of college and everything. I played a lot of golf, and then start getting busy and fit.
When my aluminum business was really starting to rock, my business partner had a membership at Buckhorn out in Valrico. We used to play every Friday afternoon. Run estimates in the morning. I'd meet him there. We'd play a round of golf. And I got so frustrated with it, and I'm like, why am I doing it? I'm like, why don't you go golfing, and I'll go catch a snake? And he's like, fine. I'm like, perfect. So then I started fishing every Friday afternoon. I'm like, I'm good. I can relax, catch a snake.
We used to play down Boca a lot, but then, we just started running doubles every freaking day. So, last thing you wanted to do is go do that.
Too much money to be made down there back in the day?
Yeah, there was.
There's more. During Mitsubishi Spring Sales event, qualified buyers can get 0% APR.
I'm going to blame every client I got when I get mad down there this year. I'm like, you made me do this. I told them all, I said, we are not going in the past. I said, we might drive through it.
It's a different feel in that ditch.
Yeah,
I was down there last year. It was just a different feel.
I said, we're not stopping.
We were there Saturday of Memorial Day week. And
it's a good weekend to go.
Well, I'm down there at South Seas for their tarpon, hosting the tarpon tournament anyway.
That's right.
We had a hilltide.
Yeah.
So, but even the hilltide, they fish it different than we used to.
Yeah.
Pushing all them freaking crabs to the bottom,
And I timed it so I've got the full moon at the end of May and then the new moon. I'll start and end with the moon, so I've got my Kentucky guys are coming down to the end, so that I hunt with up there.
Yeah.
So I'll fish them last 3-4 days on that hopefully a hilltide. We'll see. Oh, I'm not sure. It depends how windy it is whether I can fish it or not out of that boat.
Just go to iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
No doubt.
Yeah, when I said 6'4", I knew I was wrong. I was like, no, that's not right.
I'm a little over Hubbard's 6'5", and he's taller than I am.
Yeah.
And enjoy the festival atmosphere. Don't miss it. Join the fun this Thursday through Sunday.
Yeah.
50th annual Blessed
Hubbard's offer a catch and release trip if you want it to be.
Thursday to Sunday at the Blessed
Catch and donate.
Carnival in
Catch and donate.
To me.
You guys keep many fish off the boat, or they usually all the people take all of it?
It depends. Yeah. It depends on the trip and the clients, but pretty often we get fish.
Oh wow, that's cool.
The office ladies solicit it.
Yeah. Welcome back. 6:53 here. Got a short segment before the top of the hour. Put a shout out to our good friends at the Friendly Fisherman. You know, the Friendly Fisherman at Johns Pass is back under the management of the Hubbard family, the same family that's been serving up the best fishing and dining experiences in Madeira Beach for nearly a century. Come rediscover the Friendly Fisherman and taste the difference with the freshest seafood, improved menu, and service you've come to trust from the Hubbard's name. Enjoy unbeatable waterfront views, a welcoming atmosphere, and flavors straight from the Gulf. Locals and visitors, come see what's new today at the Friendly Fisherman. Worth the trip.
Yeah. Speaking of fish,
Worth the trip.
taking fish over
So
there and
good.
getting cooked up is the best.
It's so good.
I went fishing with my son last week, and he caught a sheep's head, a pretty good size one, and he was super pumped about that. But he was more excited about the prospect of leaving immediately, going to cut that fish and going to the restaurant and having it cooked up. He was like, "Dad, can we go? Can we go? Are we done?" He was ready, fired up.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's
And so
pretty
he
cool.
sat there at the table like a little peacock, eating his fresh fried fish.
We have so much good seafood here in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
And it's even better when you catch it yourself
Yeah,
and
it's a
get
good
it cooked right away.
100%.
Yeah.
Especially when you add bacon wrapped scallops too.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some fresh Key West pink shrimp.
Whatever that
Oh,
crazy sauce they put on the mashed potatoes is.
See, so even when I'm listening on the radio, it always goes to food.
It does.
Yeah. I don't know how that
It
happens.
does. The Sunday show does it too. It's just,
It's that commercial right there.
Well, on
Just
Sunday,
gets
you are
thinking.
actively eating food.
sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes. Don't say sometimes. Every time I tune in Sunday, you guys are actively cooking food. Ben's not even in the studio because he's in the kitchen
Cooking.
half the time.
Dude,
He's trained.
listen, there was a reason that I picked Ben Marshall to deer hunt with and Ben Marshall to do Sunday morning radio with. Okay? This body is not built by, we're not doing smoothies.
By dieting?
Yeah, we're not doing smoothies. By golly, we're getting breakfast Sammys.
Loaded down.
Yeah. Ben's very good at that stuff. God bless him, for sure.
Yeah, it's an exciting time, though. I mean, we've been talking about it all morning. We're on the doorstep of that spring bite, and triggerfish just opened back up offshore. That deep water stuff is starting to get right. It's going to be exciting once the doors open up here, and the spring onslaught is here. Fat red grouper, and that bite has been pretty good, shallow, like 100, 120 foot of water. Some really consistent numbers of red grouper. The Flying Hub 2 went out there and crushed it. So excited to get back offshore and stretch our legs.
Well, it's
So I have a
time.
question for Doug. Is there a viable sailfish? I heard you mention it earlier. Fishery here now?
I wouldn't say like sailfish fishery.
Consistent?
But this time of year, it gets consistently an option.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's viable, and I wouldn't say you can go out there and confidently say, hey, we're going to go target and catch a sailfish today. But this time of year,
Can happen.
Yeah.
If you're going to catch one, it would be this time of year. As you know.
Someone like
I know
Glenn
you call
Taylor,
him.
like he probably will do that. If you called him up and say, hey, I want to go catch a sailfish, he'd probably tell you the best day and probably give you a good opportunity to catch one. Like Eric White down there, he does it a lot. Some of those like six-pack charter guys that run out there and they pay attention to the pelagic bite and target pelagic. Steve Pappin, fantastic. They do specific pelagic trips, and they definitely could go out and do that.
Yeah,
I would say, to answer your question, yes and no.
Yeah.
I
We used
think
to
it's
run
hard,
the
right?
Outback trip
Yep.
for Dave Marquette, and it was always April, and we were out there. It was one year the kingfish were here, so we were all out there chumming, and I remember we hooked right off the edge of the ditch out there.
Mm-hmm.
We hooked a sailfish out of my bay boat. And, that was the first time I didn't. I had no idea what to do with it.
Every now and then, I get a report. It's interesting with the with obviously, and for those of you who don't know, our good friend Captain Jeff Hageman is now in rehab through he just recently had a stroke. So, and Jeff does the Florida Insider Fishing Report. So Rick reached out to me and said, hey, till Jeffrey gets healthy, would you fill in? I'm like, sure. And the first week is sailfish.
Oh, there you
go. And right away I'm like, well, I mean, we catch them here, but not like you catch them over there, obviously.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's a really
Southeast Florida.
It's a little challenge.
It's almost every year though that I hear so-and-so caught one. So-and-so caught one, but you don't hear, hey, this guy, and this guy caught one.
Yeah.
It's like, that one year, yours was one. I think then I hadn't heard of them before that, and then
I was still with Ranger.
Went a year or two. Yeah, I was out your Ranger.
That's how long ago that was.
Like peak.
I was out
time,
there with you that day.
You'll hear of 4 or 5 a week across private wreck, charter, and like from 15 miles to 100 miles.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty
and
wide.
What are you looking for? Like, is it? It must be with that, with the current
water clarity, water color is my thing. If you get that deep purple water, that really clean, clear water, that's where you're going to be more likely. You start to see this flying fish.
So what would cause one to be in at 5 miles?
That's bait. When you get super heavy bait, those fish will come into that green water.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because he wasn't big.
It's not as common.
Yeah, he might have been 25 pounds.
Right.
Yeah, he wasn't big or anything. I mean, we landed him on 4,000 inshore reels.
Mm-hmm.
But, he was definitely a sailfish.
Pretty sexy, though.
Yeah, it was cool.
Pretty cool.
We'll see him on half days. And we've caught him on half days on the party boat before. So it does happen. But that purplish water, when you'll see it,
Yeah, right. Yeah, for sure. That Costa Rica looking water.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it. All good stuff. Phone lines are open here, 1-800-969-9352. Captain Greg Devault, Real Florida Outdoors in studio. Light him up. We'll be back.
The program was paid for by Real Animals Fishing.
Florida Insider Fishing Report thing out. I filled in for Jeff here, I don't know, in the last year and a half.
Yeah.
1 week, but Jeff just sent me the script. Here, I'm like, okay,
fill in the blanks.
I can do it. Well, I didn't even have to fill anything in. It was just take his script and just don't booger it up.
Oh, I got you.
So.
Oh, then okay, yeah. Now you got to do it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. They sent me all the paperwork, and I'm like, okay, this ought to be interesting. I don't even know exactly how big my region is. Like, I don't know if it reaches all the way up by you.
Yes, it does. If I'm not mistaken,
it does.
I think it goes all the way to. I think the next one goes from St. Mark's over to.
I think so.
Panama City.
So I may need reports from you. Just so you know.
There's fish everywhere.
I'll just call you.
Nothing to see. Nothing to see. Nothing here. It's I think that's just guys' mentality, though. We all want to say that, but we know better. We can't.
That's a problem we're running into Guide Checker. Is we're having a problem. We thought it's crowd-funded advertising. So the more guides that are on there, the more successful it is. We're having a problem that the guides are on there are seeing the benefits. They're not telling other guides.
Right. Right. And it was funny because me and Clay had that conversation. He's like, well, what happened? It's really successful and they don't want to tell their friends. I'm like, I don't know, you got to find their friends, I guess.
And Clay was talking to me about that, and I was like, Clay, I don't know how many times you've told me, oh, I shouldn't be telling you this, but this was a really good thing that I figured out when I was a guide. I'm like, dude, guides don't, if they find something successful, they're not going to tell other guides
Not right away.
So the Guide Checker thing has been a challenge to grow for that reason.
Yeah.
And the guys who are using it, who are doing the reports and using it for the SEO, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, the volume.
Yeah, when did I talk to him last? A couple days ago, and he said so it's very regional. So like with me, I don't get a lot because I'm in an area that not a lot of people visit. When they're looking up, they don't go there, or if they do go there, they've been there on their own already.
Yeah.
So they're not looking for a guide per se. But
the other day, a guide called me. He was like, "What's the benefit of Guide Checker?" And I Googled his business name, and Fishing Booker was running ads on his business
for him.
So when I Googled his business, he's not listed on Fishing
Right.
Booker, but when you Googled his business, Fishing Booker's ad was appearing behind it or above it, but Guide Checker was there. So he wasn't running Google ads, but because he was on Guide Checker, he was competing with Fishing Booker.
I've noticed that with mine.
For
too.
$100 a month, you can't beat that.
No.
It's crazy.
No, it's because he's had this idea for 5 years now, and I always said it's one of those ideas that's going to explode right off the bat, and then you'll get everybody that understands what it is and wants to be a part of it, and then you'll have to be organically grown after that, because you'll have all the low hanging fruit. I guess is a good way to put it.
Low hanging fruit are just big, higher level thinkers, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of guys are like, well, I've tried pay-per-click. Well, this isn't pay-per-click.
Yeah.
It's different.
And you also, you got the guys like me. If I didn't know Clay, I would be highly,
skeptical.
Skeptical of the whole thing, because I've never had a good return from the internet.
Right.
Whether it be website, whether it be anything. I've just never had a good return from it, so I'd always be skeptical on it. But I've seen what Clay can do with the web. I watched him do it over and over and over again, and other people. So.
And the Iranian president apologizing for the airstrikes in the Gulf and other nations, but he's rejecting the U.S. surrender demand as a quote-unquote dream. President Trump, meantime, expressing optimism about the war effort against Iran.
Yeah, the only problem about getting in a war with them idiots over there is that they're just not bright.
They're not. It's just
we'll never surrender. We'll be a parking lot and we'll still fight. Okay, dude.
Well, and they're going to take care of that this time. They're going to kill every last one of them if they have to. And they have the capability to do that. That's the thing.
It's just not bright.
When you call a meeting and all of a sudden, there's a missile coming through there, you might have a mole or two in there.
Yeah.
Israel has moles so deep in there, it's ridiculous. Every time. The beeper one was the best, though. That was whoever thought of that, that dude should get every one of the 72 virgins that every one of those guys that died should get, even though he's Israeli. That was just brilliant.
This includes gimmicks, games, and unfulfilled promises. Tactics you will never ever find at Bartow Ford. For over 70
That's the part that I don't
years,
understand,
we've
though.
done business the right way.
Right there at the
So
Straits
next
of Hormuz.
purchase, don't go the wrong way.
Why have we not just gone in there, taken that area right there, and just taken it? And what's Iran? What do they have left to shoot at those tankers with that we're not going to see coming?
Right. I'm with you.
I don't quite understand that. Maybe they just don't want to put boots on the ground, but I think they'd be relatively safe there. Because there's a base right up, 30 miles on the other side of it, so what's the difference?
You'll use the radio in your car more than anything else.
Hard to
Buying
tell,
a new
man.
car? Make sure the AM/FM is simple, clear, and convenient.
One of our crew members, John, he's a captain now, is in that Red Bull Day in the Dirt.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's foggy up there. I didn't have hardly any fog coming down.
That guy in the
You
blue
drive down
shirt.
this morning?
Huh?
Drove down this
I
morning?
did. I was supposed to be down here. I was
Yeah.
supposed to have something to do that we had to come down, but it wound up washing out, so I just drove down this morning.
You're an animal.
Yeah.
I would have canceled. What time do you have to get up to do that?
I left there about 2:30.
Oh, damn, Zeke.
I always get up early anyway. Not that early,
I
but
was going to say, that's pretty early, Bubba.
Welcome to the Bartow Ford Real
Animals Radio Show, your weekly voyage into Florida fishing. Presented by Hubbard's Marina. Hosted by Captain Mike Anderson and Captain Dylan Hubbard.
Welcome back. We're rolling into hour number 2 here, the Bartow Ford Real Animals Radio Show. Captain Mike Anderson, Captain Dylan Hubbard, and our good friend Captain Greg Devault from Real Florida Outdoors. Phone lines are open here, 1-800-969-9352. Let's rattle through some calls. Got some great people on the line here. Let's check in real quick with our good friend down in Anna Maria, Captain Justin Moore. Justin, how are you, buddy?
Hey, good morning, guys. Greg, Dylan, Mike, what's happening? Beautiful day. Wow.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yes, sir.
Nice weather. Huh? You on the water?
I'm not. Jace, my son, and I are going to go east to my customers. Well, it's actually a guy I grew up with, one of my dad's good friends' sons. They got a ranch out east. We're going to go sight in Jace's turkey choke for his gun. We got invited next week for opening youth turkey, so we're going to see if we can get Jace's, first turkey, but I want him to pattern in his gun a little bit. You know what I mean? First.
Sure. Love it.
Yep.
That sounds fun.
We're doing that. Yeah, we're doing that, and I may take the kids fishing tomorrow. But I just want to say good morning and say hi to Greg. Some of my customers were up fishing with Greg there about a month ago. He said they had a really good time. Beautiful area. Really good time. Nothing but great things to say. So.
Well, cool.
Yep,
Thanks if you sent them up there. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. So, everything's good here. You know, like Mike said, there's a lot of sand. We started losing a lot of grass there back in the fall anyways, and I think coupled with that cold winter we had, it did not help matters. But, overall we got a good, we didn't lose many snook at all, and, no more than the dolphins eat every year, I can assure you that. And, yeah, that's a whole other thing, but
way to move past that.
Yeah, keep on moving. High change anyway. But a lot of redfish, all sizes, and some really big fish mixed in. 3 days ago, out of quite a few fish, we had a couple fish that were 35, 36 inches.
Wow.
On this side, that's for the spring is pretty unusual.
No doubt.
But a lot of trout and quite a few snook the last couple of days. I just started catching bait 3 days ago. I put the little boat away, but the snook are man, with that little angle of that wind, they are dumping out.
Yeah.
So it's time. It's full on right now.
No doubt. Good report, my friend. Good report. Enjoy your day with your son there, and good luck turkey hunting. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, man, we'll see. One of our customers invited us up, and I'm actually looking forward to it. Last time I was turkey hunting, it was in Immokalee. Believe it or not, I was almost Chase's age, and with GB Knowles. I don't know if you guys ever got a chance to meet GB. GB's the guy who helped my dad write that book years ago, and so it's been that long, and I just, for me, I love to, wing shoot, bird hunt, whatever, and I've passed up so many opportunities over the years in the spring because I'm just always so busy. But now with the kids, I'm, making time to do more stuff. So it's a special thing, so.
Good for you.
That's awesome.
Good for you. Captain Justin Moore, we appreciate you as always. Great to hear your voice. Have a great weekend with the family, and good luck next week.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right, my friend.
Take care, everybody.
Thanks,
Take
buddy.
care,
buddy. Great call, as always. Always good to hear his voice. Let's check in with the beautiful Florida Keys. Our good friend, Captain Mike Perry. Michael, how are you?
Good morning, you guys. You sound great all the way down here in Big Pine Key.
Appreciate you, man. We're trying.
Love it. Love the show. Well, my ears perked up.
Sailfish.
When a certain captain from way up there starts asking if the Gulf has a sailfish fishery.
And I said, Southeast Florida Keys.
No, like we talked about a couple weeks ago, man, you get that flat line out, and you never know what the good Lord is going to bless you with. And talking to Rick and all the times he's had one on, and in shallow water, let alone, if you're at that 9 mile edge where he can go to with a charter, but if you're in 30, 40 foot of water, you just never know what's going to show up. And that's what I tell my clients, especially the first timers. I said, we're putting baits out. I said, yeah, we want to catch this A fish and this A minus fish, but you'll never know, and it might turn into a sailfish day. And the sailfish fishing right now is just going crazy. Of course, all the tournaments are going on. All the big sailfish tournaments are going on right now. And we have a big one coming up in April, the Jose Wahebe Memorial Week is coming, and it's surrounded by tons of different tournaments to support the foundation, and we'll be fishing in that one, and gonna go out and do my best to also help out the shark population decrease. We're gonna do their shark tournament, and this year they're gonna allow us to bring in one shark. Has to be one of the ones you can keep if you want. So they're going to do that this year. But the fishing in the Keys has been great. Lots and lots of snapper for anybody from the bridges all the way on out. You don't have to go far to get your limit of mangoes, yellowtails, big muttons, or even we got a couple nice 10-pound muttons in about 35, 40 foot of water on a patch reef this week. So the fishing has been great. The weather it's gorgeous. There ain't a hint of wind right now. So as soon as my clients walk up, the boat is ready and we're ready to go.
Yeah, enjoy that.
Come
Enjoy
on, let's
that.
go. Show up. So we can get as much time without that sea breeze kicking up.
No doubt. No doubt. Anytime this time of year you can be in the Keys without wind, that's a bonus.
Springtime with no wind is unusual.
Very unusual. Very
It's
unusual.
a banner day.
Yeah.
And Greg, real quick, the way that Mike talks about your property and the fishing, and it's different. I kind of think about it in my mind like fishing, like when you say old Florida, untouched, nothing around. I kind of think about it the 2 times I fished the Carolinas and the marshes and stuff. I think about it that way, and
it's very
see
similar.
a lot of boats.
Yep.
So I'm definitely going to grab the wife and go up there, and I'm going to leave my my big wallet at home because I might be like Mike and decide it's time to get away from everything and plant myself in the middle of nowhere.
Like I tell everybody, it's a great place to visit.
Yeah.
But don't stay, Mike.
Yeah, no, exactly. You can come see me whenever you want, Mike, but don't stay.
We're always here.
All right, guys, listen, have a great day. Like I always say, one time, do yourself a favor, get in the car and head south to the Florida Keys, especially if you've lived in Florida for years and you've never come. You guys have a great day, and God bless. Tight lines.
See you, buddy.
See you later.
Yeah, somebody was on the phone with me going through all this tackle, trying to get tackled up for offshore. He's like, yeah, I got the offshore bug. I'm thinking about buying a boat. I was like, well, it's always better to know someone with a boat. And he was like, I don't know anybody with the boat. And I was like, well, we have a couple. You know someone now.
We could help you with that. Let's go back to the phones. Our visit St. Pete Clearwater Safe Boating Tip of the Week, Captain Jim Vogel. Jimmy, how are you?
Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning. Good show as usual.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I'm good. I want to talk. I've talked about leaving float plans on numerous occasions, but I need to work on that for a minute here.
Come on.
If you think it's one thing if somebody says, I'm going to be back at 5 o'clock this afternoon, and they're not. Okay, maybe they're going to be 20, 30 minutes late. And you ought to have an agreement with them as to, okay, how late should I let you go before I call it in? And, I used to do like a half an hour. If Ruth couldn't get me, if I wasn't back within 30 minutes, she'd try to call me on the cell or the radio or something. And if she couldn't, then she might call it in. But if you leave a float plan, follow that float plan. If you think you're going to be overdue, especially an hour or so, then you need to either call in to wherever you left the float plan, or you need to call the Coast Guard and say, hey, guys, I'm overdue. I have a float plan, but I'm not going to make it back by that time. So tell whoever's looking for me that I'm going to be late. But let's say you've got a neighbor. The neighbor always leaves at 8 in the morning and comes back at 5 o'clock. Okay, so here's 6 or 7 o'clock and they're not back. What should you do? Don't go to bed and just say, oh, well, I'll check him in the morning. You know how long you can float around in 8 or 10 hours? A lot.
Yeah.
Long way.
Yeah. All right. So if you think somebody is overdue, you think they should have been back at such and such, and you're concerned about it, go ahead and call it in as, hey, these guys might have problems out there. And so that gives the Coast Guard a little time to start looking before they actually blow the whistle. They'll send somebody to a boat ramp, like a sheriff, and have them check to see if the trailer is still missing. They can actually go into a person's cell phone system. I don't know how this is done, but they can go in and tell if they made any calls, when the last call was made and who it was made to. Then they can call that person and say, hey, have you heard anything about Joe or Mike or whatever? So don't let them just, don't go to bed and say, oh, I'll check them in the morning. I mean, we have a habit of doing that because we have good friends who are habitually late. That if you get there,
we're married to him. I'll say it.
I didn't hear that. I'm sure. I got you. But we don't want this to happen. We don't want to wait 8, 10, 12 hours to say, oh, good Lord, they didn't come home last night like they were supposed to. Get it working. Get it working so that we can go look for them and give them as much chance of coming back. We always want to think they're going to come back, but we don't want to overdo that.
Great tip.
Keep that in mind.
Great tip, brother.
All right, guys.
Good stuff.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Appreciate your time. For the Coast Guard Auxiliary in St. Pete, Jim Fogle. Be safe out there.
Thank you, brother. All good stuff right there. Well, our good friend Captain Greg Devault's looking for a place to live. If anybody has, a room,
she's still sleeping. I'm okay.
You're safe.
Smart. She would tell you the same thing.
Phone lines are open here. 1-800-969-9352. The Bartow Ford Real Animals Radio Show. We'll be back.
Hey, it's Ryan Gorman here, and I teamed up with my friends over at Mark Spain Real Estate to do a monthly mortgage giveaway. Sign up for your chance to win at WFLAnews.com.
And they're smart. That's the thing that gets me. I mean, they're smarter than us, but I'm like, you got directions in your phone. It tells you turn. Yeah.
She actually does a better job.
Oh, mine's horrible. Mine is horrible with directions. We'll be going somewhere, and she's the one that she'll put it in, and that's, it's on her, for whatever reason, it's on her phone instead on my truck, and she'll go, oh, you're supposed to turn there. There's a 45-foot trailer behind us. Right. I'm just whipping around right there. But that's why we love them, though.
Oh, yeah.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate.
Look at all that fog up north. Oh, it's Sunday.
You'll save time and
Where's
make
that
the
cloud
most
cover?
money.
That's the cloud cover.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Join Mickey.
Nice cloudy day.
Yeah, we go to Bartow Ford on Monday morning.
Mickey's Search Party. Playing Benchmark International Arena this weekend. Great seats still available. Visit DisneyOnIce.com today.
Hello, this is Greg Ellie of Prosperity Group. You can go to my website at mymoneyissafe.com. We are so glad to be in the Tampa Bay area. Give us a call at 800-808-5514 or go to mymoneyissafe.com.
I've told you guys for years now that nobody in the Bay Area does fishing tackle like Gator Gyms, and those of you who listened and stopped by took advantage of great deals. Nobody in the business buys deals like my guy Jim does, and he passes those savings along to his customers, and that's great news for you. We have all the best names in the industry, including all my favorites like Quantum Reels, Ingle Coolers, Mirror Lure, Strike King, Mustad Hooks, Bull Bay Rods, Vicious Fishing, and more. Gator Gym's knowledgeable staff will help you gear up for whatever adventures you have in mind and do it with top shelf.
Morning, William Keene. Morning, Donald. Alejandro, Brian, Tom, Paul.
They also offer live bait and sunglasses.
Morning, Kerry, Greg, Tim, Daniel.
Fishing pliers and more. Get by Gator Gyms today at 1301 Pinellas County Drive or give them a call at 727-363.
You find it?
Yeah. Go by and see for yourself. This is one of my favorite stops. Trust me, one stop is all it takes and you'll be hooked. Gator Gyms Tackle.
Oh, so how you guys doing in the restaurant business again?
Good. They're doing good.
Yeah. That's a
Yeah,
good
restaurant's
location
doing good.
down there.
Yeah, people are there, man.
Yeah.
Spring break has sprung on the beaches.
Has it?
For my family, for my wife, and for
God, it seems early.
to get life insurance.
I guess in Florida you kind of have spring break all of March and all of April.
Around Valentine's Day it picks up. Valentine's Day is kind of the start.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
The weekend after Valentine's, it really started picking up.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as your talk for the same basic service?
Morning, Ben.
I think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on
Trying to do up there. We're trying to. There's a lot of stuff with the county they're trying to get them to buy the Fenn Holloway corridor from Georgia Pacific. And then they're wanting one guy, he's a good enough guy, but he's like, I got big ideas, you know, we can do the hiking trails, the equestrian trails, anything like that, and hell, we could even put a polo field in, and everybody's kind of, a bunch of rednecks at this meeting, everybody's like, polo, he's like, I don't know anything about polo, but I know a lot of people with money play it. I'm like, we're all kind of sitting there going, yeah, well. Again, everybody's kind of got that mentality. It's a great place to visit. They don't want them moving up there, but it's coming. Soon, somewhere close. The developers.
Florida's just running out of land along the coast.
Yeah. Well, the developers from the villages are sniffing around hard.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, it would be a while, but they're sniffing hard.
Yeah, but shit, dude, at our age, you blink and 10 years have gone by.
Yeah.
10 years from now, that bitch could look totally different.
Yeah, the only saving grace around us is there's no industry. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
If you're not in politics.
Yeah, but look at Boca Grande.
Yeah, but it's got pretty beaches.
Well, that's true. Good point. Welcome back. 724 here at the iHeartMedia Empire. Again, whether you need a shingle, metal, tile, or a flat roof, repair or replacement, nobody does it better than our good friends at Affordable Roofing Systems. Captain Dylan Hubbard, Captain Ben Marshall. I had a repair done on mine. They both had their roofs completely replaced, and we're thrilled with the outcome. David Torres and his family are great people. I spent a lot of time with him and his daughters on the boat. Great people. Call 1-888-397-ROOF and get you a free estimate, or visit them online at affordableroofingflorida.com. Let's go to the phones here. Captain Greg Devault, Real Florida Outdoors in studio. If you've got questions, got to bring them. He's a good one to ask. Let's check in with Jeff in Gulfport. Jeff, how are you?
Hey, guys, I'm doing good. Hope you are, too. Hey, did I hear that Coast Guard guy right, that if somebody reports you may be missing, they can remotely get into your phone and figure out who you've been calling and then call those people?
The Coast Guard.
Is that guy for real?
That Coast Guard can do a lot. If they think you're missing and search and rescue spins up, you'd be surprised.
Wouldn't you want them to be able to do that if you were missing?
No, man. if somebody
I didn't say your wife was missing. I said you're missing.
No.
Somebody kind of calls in and says, hey, I haven't seen him in a while. They can remotely go through your phone.
If that freaks you out, I found out this week.
Don't dig any deeper.
Yeah, I found out this week about the Pinellas County Sheriff has a whole threat assessment team. So if someone thinks you've made a threat and you come up on the radar, a whole team mobilizes, an investigative team. It's wild what they can do.
Really?
I didn't know Pinellas County had this.
I just had never heard that the Coast Guard could do that, and I know he'd be the guy to know, I guess. I mean, dang.
I'm sure it would have to be an extreme circumstance for him to go that far, but...
Well, he said somebody might think you might be a little late when you call.
let me flash back. Back in the day, we had an incident.
Panic-stricken.
Back in the day, we had an incident on the boat, and this happened offshore during a 39-hour trip. And we have sat phones on the boat, and we have multiple ways the boat can communicate. Before the boat was able to communicate to shore, the FBI knocked on my door at an apartment, that I had just moved into. I still, to this day, have no idea how they found me. And this was within like 15 minutes. Wow. It was scary.
That's scary.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I guess we got that going for us.
And this was a
Thanks,
long
Jeff.
time ago.
Delete them phone calls.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Yeah. And that's what always cracks me up about, like, we talk about For example, just a few years ago, we had that mandatory reporting for charter boats, and people are like, oh, I don't want to be tracked. I laugh at that. You don't want to be tracked? You don't think you're being tracked already?
Yeah.
Oh, they know what you're buying. They know what you think you might buy. I mean, it's crazy the amount of technology has infiltrated our life. And all those things, like when you download an app and you just click OK, I accept, you should read some of that. It's scary. It's wild.
No, I'm not going to read it.
And there's satellites that can probably read your driver's license if you hold it out. So
listen, years ago, one of my dearest friends was special ops from MacDill. And he said they got satellite cameras that if a guy is eating a candy bar over there in the Middle East in the desert, they can tell you whether it's a Snickers bar or an Almond Joy.
Yeah.
He goes, bro, they
I have
can
no
dial
doubt.
right in to see what you're eating, dude. That's
no doubt.
crazy, bro.
And think about like even the storms, like with these storms that are developing, they can dedicate a satellite to geosynchronize with the eye of that storm.
Yeah.
Multiple satellites.
Yeah.
You don't think they're doing that to people?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's better just not to think about it.
I was going to say,
Just go fishing.
Go fishing. I was going to say the same thing. Why do I suddenly yearn to be in my 18 KO, very shallow water up near Perry by Greg, hiding in the woods somewhere? No
They'd
doubt.
still find you, but
They
it'd be
would.
worth it.
Yeah. Well, at least it'll be peaceful when they find me. Take the new Skeeter and just disappear.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Today's world, it's a scary place.
Very scary. Scary indeed. We got one more big segment before we wrap things up here. Phone lines are open 1-800-969-9352. Again, Captain Greg Devault, RealFloridaOutdoors.com. Light them up. We'll be back.
From the local Lexus dealers, WFLA News Desk. Your trusted source for breaking news. News Radio WFLA.
Cut Us Loose years ago. He always said, if it goes fast, it's a good show. Just know that it was a good show. He said, if it drags for you, imagine what it's doing for the listener. I was like, interesting. We always, every time we have a good guest in here, it always goes really fast.
Jason Richmond said, I wonder if they had a satellite dedicated to the Epstein files.
You know what gets me, not to change the subject, but everybody's on Trump. Release these. That is an envelope of leverage. The last thing he wants to do is release. I mean, if he's not in there, he's not worried about it. I don't think he is. Otherwise, Biden would have used it. I mean, he's got leverage on everybody that's in there.
Yeah, my wife swears up and down.
He's all about that.
The judges wouldn't release. The files were sealed, and the judges had them. I'm like, he's the president.
What's crazy is all these silly protests that we've had over the last 5 years. I mean, they protest if at the drop of a hat for the silliest things.
That's how you know they're paid.
Now you have a file filled with child rapists that are, it's proven that all these crimes on children, and there hasn't been a single protest. It's crazy.
Or arrest.
Yeah. Well, my other thought process is,
like a pretty smooth traffic flow on the
as the President of the United States, you have to evaluate what this is going to do.
Right.
It's going to be, and I'm that guy. I'm like, well, burn that bitch to the ground. I hear you. I hear myself saying it.
You got to fix it afterwards.
We got to fix it afterwards. And what kind of chaos ensues when 3/4 of Washington disappears, goes to prison, and they don't live long in prison because they're all child rapists.
Yes.
So, and both sides. I don't care what side of it you're on. It's going to be covered with peppercorn.
It's the only reason we still have Pam Bondi there.
Right.
I saw this thing.
Right.
This dude in prison, I think it was in Texas, somewhere. He went to jail originally because he strangled to death the person that raped his niece or sister or something. He went to jail, and now he's killed 6 people in jail. And he said, keep sending them here, and I'm going to keep killing them, because any child rapist that ends up in his jail, he somehow escapes and kills them.
You think they might
The
put
whole
him-
post was not all heroes wear capes.
Good point. Well, I just seen something. It might have been fake, but I guess father was put in jail for the same thing. I don't know if he killed the guy, but anyway, he took revenge out on the guy that raped his daughter, and he just
He's
got
a
elected.
sheriff.
Yeah.
Yes. No, that's not. Yeah,
Okay.
I looked it up and I researched it. Yeah, I think that was Texas too.
Yes, it
Or,
was.
no, it was Arkansas.
Was it?
was
Okay.
Arkansas.
It was somewhere in the Midwest.
Yeah. So he, his daughter was raped, and he found the guy, killed him. Then the sheriff arrested him, put him in jail. He got out of jail, ran for sheriff, and now has de-seated that guy. The guy who arrested him and put him in jail lost the election to
I
him.
just read that yesterday. I was like,
That's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
badass. You know, I mean, I don't condone killing anybody. Some people deserve to die, though.
That's some gangster
listen,
shit.
Yeah.
Once
Get
you
out of
cross-
jail, run for election.
Once you
And
cross
get it.
that, once you cross that line,
That's some walking tall stuff there.
you deserve to die.
Yeah.
That's full circle.
Yeah, I seen that and I didn't get a chance.
That's some walking tall shit. No doubt.
But I didn't get to read and kind of look and see if it was real. It's on the verge of. There's no way that happened, but
Yeah, Brian Pugh said Arkansas. Yeah, I thought it was Arkansas.
That's
nice.
amazing. God bless him. I want him to be my sheriff.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
The guy's
100%.
strong second behind Grady.
Yeah, you're a badass. I tell the story all the time about Grady, too. So, Grady shows up at the Polk County 6a-8a banquet. I'm doing the captain's table. You know, get to meet him, all that. Freaking just people are just swarming around him, pictures and shit. Freaking they give away my table. The people come, sit down, and I'm like, God dang, I want Grady Judd to be president. And they were like, he's our sheriff. I mean, seriously, bro. I was like, okay, never mind. Yeah, they were like, no.
thought.
Yeah, yeah. Someone
I take
just
it
like
back.
him. Someone just like him, but not him. They
So
were
it
like,
was with DeSantis when he ran. Like, oh, well, we need him for another 4 months, 4 years here. That's funny.
it was crazy.
He's
dude.
our sheriff.
That dude was like, immediately, like, he's our sheriff. Okay, bro, my bad. Yeah,
Don't let that bug out
yeah,
of the
don't,
box.
yeah, right. But don't even think about taking our sheriff. They love that guy, dude.
It's funny. Our sheriff Paget came down and did something with Grady, but they taped the interview and everything. I'm like, there are not two bigger peas in a pod than those two. I mean, obviously Grady's got a little more media sense, but
I like Naco too.
I do. I
like Chris.
Yeah, he was when he first got in there. You know, you couldn't get him out from in front of a mirror, but you know, he's been a good sheriff down there. I will say that.
Yeah, I liked him.
Is he still sheriff?
I think so. As far as I know.
I don't pay attention down
I
there.
don't either. I know we haven't done this tournament in a couple of years, so.
Is he still doing it?
They backed off after COVID.
That's what I thought.
Welcome back, 7:36 here at the Bartow Ford Real Animals Radio Show, talking fishing with our good friend Captain Greg Devault from Real Florida Outdoors. The website's realfloridooutdoors.com. Fishing up there in the Panhandle, near the Panhandle.
Big Bend area.
Big Bend.
Yep.
Forgotten Coast. There's so many names.
Yeah. Most everybody, like I said, if you say Panhandle, most people think St. Joe, Panama City, in that area, and Big Bend. We're kind of like the stepchild to the Panhandle.
In the Florida armpit.
Yeah, we don't have all the pretty beaches and all that kind of stuff, but
yeah, but the fishing.
I'd rather, yeah.
That's why you don't have the development.
I'll try. Yeah, any day I'll trade it.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
The fishing is ridiculous.
Yeah.
We had a great time going there and filming.
Yeah,
great.
And
shoot.
we get flyovers all the time. They're out there. The A-10s coming from Eglin and all that.
Yeah.
Almost every time you're out there this time of year, you're gonna get buzzed.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, the A-10's
That's awesome.
That's a cool bird. The A-10's a cool bird.
Yeah,
It's the coolest.
Yeah, and they come by low. I mean, they're 200-300 foot.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're badass. No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
Always fun.
Yeah.
The Coast Guard was doing an exercise offshore, not even offshore, near shore the other day. And they said they were doing an exercise, and our Captain Sal, was out there, and he's looking at his GPS. He's like, all right, we're out of that range. But they were on the border, and all of a sudden a fast, one of their medium-sized, like 45-footers went flying by and stopped, like not that far away, and started opening up on the 50. And it was an interesting
cool.
show. Yeah. That's a nice bonus to a charter.
Right.
Can we try?
Yeah. My turn.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you look at it, I mean, the power of our U.S. military is on full display. So, interesting times.
It is.
Yeah, for sure. And fishing's good. Listen, if you can get out, now is the time to get out. Things are happening out there. Everything's busting loose. The bait's showing up. Bite's really, really, really good.
And this time of year is cool because you have that overlap. You still have those cooler weather patterns. The sheep's head are still firing, but the spring is in the air. And
humidity's not crazy high yet.
Yeah,
that's the blessing.
The bugs aren't out.
Right. Yeah. I went with jeans yesterday to the water. I took shorts with me because I thought it's supposed to be 90, but the humidity just isn't that high.
Yeah, it's that time of year where you need a full outfit in your truck.
Yeah. Right.
You need your jeans and your sweatshirt. But you also need the T-shirt and shorts.
Yes. 100%.
That's how you know it's topwater time. When you're not sure how to dress, it's time to throw topwaters. It's like when the white butterflies show up, the tarpon are here. You're not sure what to wear, throw topwater.
No doubt. Let's go to the phones here. Let's check in with our good friend, our brother, Tampa Bay Sporting Clays, the great Captain Mike Mesra. What's up? I just dubbed you a captain. Now you're a captain.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Hey, I took a boat up to Maine and back. Does that qualify a little bit?
It doesn't hurt, for sure. Yeah, it doesn't hurt. No doubt.
I feel comfortable in the water. Maybe not like you guys, but, man, I think it's still hot as hell out there. You guys, man, I can't believe it.
It's going to get hotter.
Hold on.
Yeah. Hold my beer. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
Exactly.
How are things at TBSC?
Well, it's doing great this morning. I'm on my way. Mike Roberts has got a shoot today for Hooked on Heroes. Great event. We had Ronald McDonald House yesterday. They had a record attendance yesterday. That shoot has just grown so much and just for such a great cause. I think they pull in over 200, for the Ronald McDonald House. And they've done so much around the just around the area. They're amazing. Their group was great.
No doubt.
But yeah, everything's going great. A little foggy today, but ready for, what are we talking about? April 18th. We'll be ready for you guys.
That's it. Real Animals Sporting Clays Classic. We are benefiting the Children's Home and honoring the late, great General Norman Schwarzkopf. We were just on a military theme there, so good timing to bring this up for sure. Saturday, April 18th, looking for teams of 4 to come and shoot in the event. You can be a team of 2. We actually set up a way to do that. We're going to be shooting on 3 courses out there at Tampa Bay Sporting Clays, and we're going to have awards for the overall winners, but the winner from each course is going to win a half-day charter. I've got some great guys that donated charters for me, Captain Lee Blick, Captain Josh Johnson, Captain Jim Pollard. So we've got 3 great charters to give away. We're going to have a ton of goodies in the giveaways, the card draws that we do. I heard we're going to have some good food too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be styling with some food. We're nailing that down. We've got between 2 people right now, so we're working that. But it's going to be barbecue and it'll be great. And we're doing something that's a little unique. Obviously, with you bringing up the fishing guides is awesome. I think what we're going to do this year, Mike, is we're gonna squad teams together, and so that so there's not any messing up with scoring going on, since this is like a big deal. We don't need anybody. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to squad team. So anybody that's, I've been to shoot before, and that guy was on this course and he did this, and whatever happens. I'm not saying people do that, but for some reason things change. So we're going to make this a little bit more competitive for the people that want it like that. So like if you and if the Real Animals were shooting with the Tampa Bay Sporting Clays team, I would keep your score and you'd keep my score.
Oh, okay. Nice. I like that.
Interesting.
Well, you know what? Yeah, it gets rid of everything. There's no problems. And I've had people that have been shooting for years and years. I've been doing it 16 years, and this is really the only way to really combat it and make it work. So I think it'll be great. It'll be a very competitive shoot, I'm sure, with having that on the line. That's never been done before, what you're doing. So this is going to be awesome.
Yeah, well,
bring in a lot of shooters.
The other thing that's cool too is it's Tampa Bay Sporting Clays. It's just a great place to go shoot. It's great courses, and we're benefiting the Children's Home. If you've never heard of the Children's Home or never been out there to the Children's Home in Tampa, it's an incredible place doing great work. So many of the kids out there that have been abused and in, just bad situations. They have a school out there which when I went to tour it the first time, I thought was one of the coolest things I had seen. And I thought to myself, why is there a school on this, 60 acres of property out here? Well, you don't think about it. Some of these kids that are, that are tortured and just treated bad, they're so far behind at school. Yep. They're locked in closets and all these crazy things we hear about that actually happen to these kids. Well, if, they finally get rescued from this environment and then you just shove them back into school, well, they're behind. So the school's there to help them get caught up before they go back to school with their friends again. So they're not behind. So they don't have to then deal with that. And I thought, that's brilliant. And that's what we're raising money for. We're raising money so that the Children's Home can help these kids get back on track that, have just had travesties in their lives. And, to me, it's one of my hills that I stand on with the Children's Home. I just think it's a great organization. And then, of course, I talk about it all the time. This was the General Norman Schwarzkopf shoot benefiting the Children's Home. So to just get to MC it the last couple of years and to now be kind of rolling into taking it over is a big honor for me. I served while General Norman Schwarzkopf served. I know who he was, what he stood for, what a great man he was. So to be able to honor him is something real special to me. So especially with all we have going on in the world right now, it's even better time to honor, great generals like General Norman Schwarzkopf. So I look forward to seeing you, my brother, and you'll see me before then.
Too.
Hopefully I'll be there before then. I've been fighting this damn cold. We were supposed to be out there last weekend and ended up sick. So
well, dude, you just rest up. We'll take care of it. We're going to get a couple calls going and get things rolling. We got more and more teams showing up. I'm hoping just a bunch of the listeners come and do this for the first time if they've never done it, because it's a great event. We're going to knock it out of the park this year with a PM event. It's going to be fun. But thank you for your commitment, and thank you for everything that you guys do. I love you guys. We'll stay in touch. I'm listening. So y'all take care. Call me if you need anything.
Thanks, my friend.
Thanks, buddy.
Talk soon. TBSC.com.
MyTBSC.com.
Thank you. Mike Mazur, great people. Tampa Bay Sporting Clays. If you haven't done it, I highly recommend it. Beth and I were just out there with another couple that had never shot. She had always wanted to shoot. My buddy had never even shot a gun before. Oh. And by the end of it, as a matter of fact, the very last station, he hit a double. Yeah. And he just looked at me and he went, that's ridiculous. That was really cool. Yeah.
No more golf.
Yeah. He's definitely hooked, and it doesn't take long. Super fun, beautiful environment out there. Even as it gets a little warmer out, I think the nice part about Tampa Bay Sporting Clays is that it's wooded.
Yeah, it's shaded.
So it's very shaded still. So
and who doesn't like the smell of gunpowder?
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think they put something in that flash powder. It's very addictive.
Yeah, it
once you
is.
sniff it.
My youngest daughter, when she was just learning to shoot, we went out there. I bought her a little 28 gauge over and under, and she learned to shoot out there. And she's in in Orlando now, but she still talks about wanting to go out there and everything.
Yep, I've had my grandson out there. I took Ryder out there, and Ryder just had a blast. Just really enjoyed it. So.
I'll never forget how scared I was when I saw how good my wife was with the shotgun. Shoot the wings off a fly.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just don't run a straight line.
Yeah, that's the trick.
Weave.
There's a pretty good spread on them things.
There is.
Slow you down.
My wife's middle name is Ann.
And so is mine.
I think that stands for Annie Oakley is what I think. Cause my wife
I'm telling you, you give them a chance outdoors. Most women are better than men.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Well, she was coachable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been shooting shotguns since I was a little kid, and I'm terrible at it, and she's coachable. So, you know. And then, of course, Mike always wants to come and show her how to do it really well and make me look bad. So, you know, what are friends for, Mike Mesra? But, yeah, it's a really, really cool place. And, again, you know, that's
like
really
golf with a gun.
Yeah, but fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not nearly as frustrating, I don't think.
And don't forget, OCC Roadhouse coming up March 24th. Going to be fun, 7 to 9.
Captain Rick Gross.
Captain Rick Gross locked
Rick
in.
Gross is going to be our guest, so that will be good. Again, March 24th, 7 to 9 p.m. We'll have Bull Bay Rods, Engel Coolers, Real Animal Swag, Hubbard Swag. Looking forward to that. That is coming up here.
Yeah, and tomorrow night got our live stream show at 7:30 p.m. It's going to be fun. Every second Sunday of the month, we got the live show at 7:30. Every fourth Tuesday of the month, we have the OCC event at 7 p.m.
Nice.
So just lock it in your calendar.
Is there a better time than right now to be up there by you, Greg, to come visit you?
Depends on what you like to do. You know, I would say overall no. I mean, it's springtime, just like it is everywhere. You know, what I've noticed up there, especially, you know, now that we're through the airboat season, which I love, only because it's easy and fun and different. Yeah. But as those fish come out of those creeks, we're starting to see, you know, we've got thousands of rock points and oyster bars. It just seems like every one of them has, you know, 10 to 20 fish, whether it be black drum redfish trout or all redfish or trout. And, you know, it's almost like the other day I took Terry's father, Mike, out with me, and we just randomly, I hadn't been out in the little boat in forever. I've been on the airboat. We just pulled up to a point and started casting, and it was, you know, I mean, it was one after another. It was. And never, you know, we didn't see another boat. Didn't see another boat at the boat ramp. Didn't see another boat in the river. And
what's that like?
I know it. Well, believe me, I'm just now getting used to it.
Yeah.
You know, it's still very strange for me to pull up this time of year and not, you know, if you're not there by, you know, dark 30, you aren't getting a parking spot.
Right.
And, you know, it's just not like that up there. It's spread out enough, and there's enough, you know, we've had a few meetings with DEP and stuff about, because we've got the biggest seagrass aquatic preserve in the state.
Okay.
From Steenhatchee to St. Mark's. And I just completely lost my train of thought.
You were talking about the fishery, what great shape it's in, and why you don't see anyone.
And you just don't see anybody because there's just not that many, you know, everything is so spread out. And we've got from Steenhatchee to St. Mark's, I believe it's like 52 miles of shoreline without a building.
What?
Without a building. You know,
That's
you
crazy.
have Keaton Beach that has a few houses, you know, right there, and they're back off the canals. And literally from Steenhatchee all the way to St. Mark's, there is not a building on the water. So, I mean, it's you know, I always say it's a really special place,
it really is,
and it's the last, you know, frontier for Florida that hasn't felt some kind of development. And, you know, I mean, will that change in the future?
I mean, the only place that would even be comparable would be the Glades.
The Glades.
Right? Yeah, I was going to say, the only place that's
the
comparable
Glades.
is the Glades.
And the reason, you know, the only reason they are is because they're a national park.
Right, exactly. Oh,
you know,
100%.
we're not there. We're owned, you know, the state owns the whole coast.
Right.
You know, and then it's private, you know, it's owned by a big company, owns pretty much every acre of the woods up there. You know, and until that starts being pieced out and everything, there's just, you know, nothing's going to be able to move in and change all that. So in our lifetime, in my lifetime, you know, he'll see it change. He's a young kid, but you know, we won't see much change up there in the near future.
It's beautiful.
Our biggest fight right now is just with GP trying to figure out what they're going to do with the effluent water out of the mill.
Beautiful, beautiful place. Real Florida Outdoors. We're going to take a break here and then wrap things up on the other side. RealFloridaOutdoors.com is the website. He is Captain Greg Devault, one of the best that I've ever fished with for sure. So look him up. If you're looking to make a trip, that's where I'd go. We'll be back. 970 WFLA.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just search Reese.
I would love one. That would be awesome.
We'll do.
We'll
Yeah, they can do lodging and everything if they want to come up.
That would be awesome.
We can donate stuff too.
That would be great. I would love it. Thank you. Like I said, it really is the right cause. It's such a great place, man.
Looked over there and seen that radar that time. I was like, what the hell?
That was scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That was my whole goal. Was there's so many shooters that fish. I was like, I got to get this thing to have a little fishy swag to it.
Yeah, that shoot's been around a long time.
We may.
I can remember
I
that.
might auction yours off, Craig, because it'll come with lodging.
Okay.
If that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
The guaranteed offer from Mark
No
Spain Real
problem.
Estate's the easiest
It used to be
way
like
save
the
home.
biggest
You'll
shoot,
save time
you know, but
and
back
make
when
things
everybody
fun.
knew who General Motors
Yeah, I was gonna
was.
say that's what I remember it.
When Frank brought me in to try to start emceeing a thing, you know, him and Mez were like, we're just losing. We just don't have enough people that remember who he was.
Right.
So we need to start gradually moving this towards someone else. And obviously, you know, they chose the whole Real Animals platform to help them get there, and I was honored.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really crazy. So,
how many shoots a year does he do?
Oh man,
dude, he does like 4 a day.
I was gonna say, I mean, it got when we lived here, it got to a point where you couldn't just show up out there and shoot hardly.
Well, now they have so many courses. There's 8 courses
Yeah.
now.
Oh, did
Now
they
don't
expand it?
matter.
Oh, okay. There was only 4 last time.
Yeah,
Last time I went, it was only 3.
Yeah, there's a pile of them.
Yeah, there might have only been 3 when I was there.
There's a pile of them now, so
Okay.
it doesn't lock you up.
Yeah.
Part of the course is always open
Okay.
to go shoot if you just want to go shoot.
Yeah, because like I said, Terry loved to shoot, so if I had a day off, we'd go out there and shoot and everything. And like I said, towards the last couple of times we went out there, we got in, but they were, it was busy.
Yeah, Beth loves to shoot too. I ended up buying her a 28 over and under.
Yeah.
Silver pigeon.
Nice.
Mez, she fell in love with it. Mez happened to be there. He's like, I can get you a decent price on one. I'm like, just order me one. I'll pay you.
Yeah.
So, and then she talks shit that she's the only one with a over and under in the house. I'm like, it's not going to be that way for long.
Yeah. I love
Keep
mine.
talking.
Yeah.
I want one.
Yeah. I started quail hunting with one, 15, 20 years ago, and I don't even like using automatics anymore for them. It's just,
Really?
Yeah, because most of the time you don't get more than 2 shots off anyway.
Yeah.
It's just, they shoot better. You don't have to worry about them jamming.
I want one of those mag-fed short barrel shotguns.
You like all that crazy stuff.
All the black guns.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Can never have enough.
So the best tip I ever got from a client of mine, he's my longest client. His brother passed away, and his brother was huge money, big lawyer, had owned, you know where Tampa Bay water is?
Yeah.
Down at the, going on to Fort DeSoto.
Yeah.
He owned that property. He donated it to him. I'll tell you in the end. Anyway, he gave me a 58.
Radio show. Again, the Friendly Fisherman. If you're looking for great seafood right here in Pinellas County, in my opinion, nobody does it better than the Friendly Fisherman. Just great food. I was there, did a cooking segment for season 20, fell in love with the food, took my bride back. She had the grouper sandwich. Now I hear about it like 3 times a week. And are we going back to the Friendly Fisherman? So I promise you won't be disappointed. It is an absolutely fantastic experience. I always rate seafood like there's tourist seafood, and then there's seafood that where do the locals eat?
100%.
Like when Beth and I travel, I don't want to know where everyone eats, or where the tourists eat. I want to know where the locals eat, right? Well, the Friendly Fisherman is, in my opinion, it's locals seafood. And it's weird because in John's Pass, you would think it could be touristy. It's a touristy place. There's a lot. So you're thinking, being a local, you're thinking, I don't know, how good can that be? It's right there in that.
And that's what's cool about John's
so
Pass
good.
is it's like a local tourist place, right? It's not Clearwater Beach. Clearwater Beach is great. Don't want to badmouth Clearwater Beach by any means, but holy moly.
A lot of tourists.
That's a tourist place.
See a lot more Florida plates than John's Pass.
Yeah, 100%.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, you know
somewhere you can go play tourist.
Yeah.
If you're down and around John's Pass and you're not thinking seafood, which you should be, but if you're not for whatever reason, or if you're staying on the beach and you had seafood last night, you're thinking something different, Delos's Pizza's pretty good too.
Fire.
Delos's Pizza's pretty good too.
And Mad Beach Brewery, the craft brewery upstairs, their menu, oh man, the pulled pork nachos. They have a burger.
And we're back to food.
bro. They have a burger there that has glazed donuts as the bun.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
With bacon and jam. Oh man.
Oh, those are good for you.
Yeah, I see Mike's eyes watering.
Oh, I can't be anywhere near that place.
And the Boardwalk Grill's got those lobster rolls, man. All of John's Pass. It's a really cool place to visit.
That burger, I could walk by it and gain 4 pounds. That's not good.
I've never had it, but I enjoy looking at it.
I can't do it.
Or need your arteries cleaned out afterwards.
I can't do it. Want to put a shout out to our good friend Jason Behringer, engineer extraordinaire, for keeping us on the air here this morning. Want to thank our good friend Captain Greg Devault. Again, RealFloridaOutdoors.com is the website. Trust me when I tell you should get up there and check out Greg. He does a great job. One of my dear friends for many, many years here in the business. I've been on the boat with him many times. I've fished against him many times. Trust me, you don't want to fish against him. That's never a good plan. But just a great, great experience. I promise you won't be disappointed. Check out RealFloridaOutdoors.com. Thanks for coming in, G. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
You bet.
Yes, sir. And don't forget, tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m., the live stream show. Every Sunday night, you got a chance to win $1,500 in free trips. All you have to do is tune in on the Real Animals and Hubbard's Marina Facebook and Hubbard's Marina YouTube. We'll teach you how to win. And then also, March 24th, 7 p.m., OCC. We'll see you there. And don't forget, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy.
By golly, you're too darn busy. Tight lines, everybody. Weather looks great. Get out there and catch them up. Have a great, great weekend. We're out.
The program was paid for by Real Animals Fishing.
Thank you all for tuning in and joining us on the live stream this morning. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night for the live show. Thanks, Greg, for coming in. And there's his face. Mike was blocking it the whole time.
That's all right.
Appreciate y'all, and hopefully we'll see you again next week for another show.
Make sure you check us out tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m., the T.M. Mahoney Company Real Animals Radio Show. Should be a good one.
Yes, sir. 95.3. Right?
95.3, no, 95.7.
I was close. 95.7.
Signal over there, yep. 100,000 watt blowtorch now there on the FM side. Of course, still on the AM side at AM 620.
Y'all have a good day. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty big for us.
Beyond blessed. Glory to God that I'm alive.
The 19-year-old says he earned his commercial pilot license about a year ago and has never had problems with the plane before. The national